Hi, this is Dorothy here at the Stash Depot, and we're here today with another Done by Dorothy episode. So, if you're looking and you want to know what a journal is, how to make a journal, tips and tricks or tutorials, or you're looking for DIY on budget-friendly crafting, then this is a channel for you. Subscribe, like, hit that bell so you'll be notified when we pop up new videos. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Today, we are going to be making DIY glimmer mist, glitter mist, whatever name you want to call it. I don't know if you guys can see the actual glimmer and shimmer that we've got going on there, but it works. It doesn't rub off. It stays with the paper. And we're going to have two different methods we can do this today, depending on what supplies that you have. So this works for the brand new crafter who really doesn't have anything at home, all the way down to the crafter who has probably way more hoarded up than what we actually need, which we all do. So here we go. Without further ado, we will get with it. So today you will need a gun. This is actually a really old heated craft tool. You can use your hair dryer. You don't necessarily have it to even have a hair dryer, as long as you have a place where you can lay it out, your paper out when we're finished, to let it dry. And it dries pretty fast because of the materials we're using. Okay, so you might want some baby wipes. I buy generic ones from Walmart. You can use paper towels, napkins, whatever you have to wipe up. Use an old dish rag or an old, washcloth that you don't need anymore, that you can use specifically just for your crafting. Make sure you don't wash it with other clothing, that sort of thing, just for cleanup. This is actually painter's paper. I buy it on a roll from Menards for like $2 and something. Oh, sorry about that. It actually comes in a roll like this for $2 and something. I buy mine at Menards. I actually use it for my faux leather covers that we'll be doing a little bit later on. So there's that. So without further ado, let's go. So you'll need to have some type of small aerosol bottle. I buy these at Walmart for like 98 cents a bottle. You can actually buy larger ones at the Dollar Tree. They have small ones, but you get bottles you really don't need. I would rather pay $1 and get exactly what I need and not have a lot of excess bottles laying around and things like that. You can also use old hairspray containers, any kind of body mist, any kind of aerosol spray things. They have smaller ones. This was actually one that came in the kit from Dollar Tree. So, I mean, you can use any kind. So you'll need a spray bottle. You'll need 91% isopropyl alcohol. You can buy alcohol at the Dollar Tree. It is a lower quality, which means it has more water in it. More water, you have potential for bacteria and stuff like that. So I like to use the higher percentage. I actually buy this at Walmart, $2 and something, and you actually get more ounces per dollar, per penny, than what you do at the Dollar Tree buying at Walmart. So, but a lot of people have it. You have, if you have kids, you have first aid kits at your house, a lot of people have alcohol already sitting around, so pretty easy to have. You'll need school glue. This 33 cents at Walmart, guys. Come on. Buy a couple bottles, leave it around. We're going to be using this for a multitude of DIYs, so this is worth having several bottles laying around. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be introducing several DIYs that use it, so you may want to grab a couple. Spend $1.09, buy you 3 bottles, and you've got them on hand. Now, these I buy from the Dollar Tree. If you don't want to shop at the Dollar Tree, you can get them from Walmart. You can get them from anywhere. You can use them from yourself if you already have them. They're eyeshadows. These are the LA colors at the Dollar Tree. Hold on just a second. I've got it over here. And they actually have a multitude of colors. I have pink and purple. It's called Radiant, but it's actually a copper color. There's Sunshine, which is a gold. And then there's the white, which is called Snow White. And so you could use these with any, obviously I use purple with purple, pink with pink. The gold, the copper, and the white. I'm actually going to use all 3 today. And the one that I'm making, I'll use purple on the other. So we're actually going to make it 2 separate ways today. So you can see, the more budget friendly versus the not so budget friendly. So you'll need those eyeshadows. If you have a block of eyeshadows that you've got, or you get a thing from the dollar store, whatever, you can actually take it, pop the eyeshadow out of the tray, like on a piece of paper and smash it all up to where it's powder fine, not as a one big hunk. You need it, you know, sort of movable. Then you'll need some type of coloring. You have several different choices. You can use a Reinker. This is actually a Stampin' Up! Wild Wasabi. I'm going to be using it today because I'm getting ready to do a nature journal, so looking for the green. You can use the straight up food coloring, you know, icing food coloring that you have from Walmart, you know, or the Dollar Tree. You know, you can buy them for $1. You get, if you want a more specific color, you can get, if you go to like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, different places like that have cake decorating supplies, you can actually get AmeriColor. This is a thicker gel dye. You don't have to use as much, but it does work. And you can get specific colors, like, you know, different pinks and purples and greens, so you literally can match it to the exact color that you need. Take whatever color journal you're going to get, take that with you, the base color that you have, and just match it up to whatever. These are all inked up because all of mine are in a thing and the red linked on it, but it's actually a purple. So we're not actually going to be using this one today, but you, when you add your coloring, you're going to just sort of add a little bit, check, add a little bit, check, until you get the desired color that you want. So here we go. So it's pretty basic, not a lot to it. The first thing you want to do, and you'll need a pair of scissors, I'm sorry if my arm is in the way, you're going to go into your bottle and just cut off about 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. That's so when you have your nozzle and your tube in there, it's not dragging on the bottom, picking up all the scraps off the bottom. So that's it. So the first thing we're going to do, and I actually have a canning lid that I'm doing this on so I don't spill everything everywhere, but I still usually end up doing it like that. And you're just going to fill your bottle 2/3 full. And again, you know, you're going to get quite a bit of glimmer mist out of this little bit that it's not going to cause. Again, that's why I have the masking paper down, because it does collect. So any off spray, things like that. And I'm going to go ahead and fill both bottles up because I'm done too. Just to sort of save having to do a multitude of things at once. And again, you know, you don't have to use the 91%, but I do. I know some people have used water, things like that before. Water's fine. If you're going to use it, you know, up really fast, maybe it would work, you know, if you use a ton of shimmer mist, but I don't usually do that, use that much. And I have a glass plate under my paper, so, you know, if you may want to sort of watch that. I just sort of wipe it up. No big deal. And it's alcohol, so it'll dry out. So we have both of our bottles full. Let me wipe the outside of this one. And as you can see, you're going to make a mess. It's DIY. That's what it's about. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to take your school glue. So you're going to fill your bottle up 2/3 with alcohol. And I will put in the description box sort of the recipe. And you're going to take your glue, and you need just basically about a teaspoon of glue. I usually just count to about 10. You know, squeeze, count to 10, and let it go. So it's more or less. It may be less. I mean, I just sort of count to 10 as I squeeze and go. So that's what it is. Then you want to add your coloring. So we're going to separate these now and do these one at a time. So I'm going to do purple. So these are the ones, like I said, the LA Color Shimmers from the Dollar Tree. That's just what I use because it's cheap. You can use your little thing and, you know, sort of, I'm too impatient to do that, so I just sort of tip and just sort of, and you can sort of control this, I mean, on how much you want, you know, if you don't. And you will spill it a little bit. I mean, that's just, you can put a piece of paper under there, you know, throw it back in the bottle if you want to. This is where I use my baby wipe and just sort of wipe the outside of the bottle, because if not, you will have glitter everywhere, because as everybody knows, glitter pigments, and that's the difference between with eyeshadow and using glitter as you're getting a pigment, so it's not as, so that's the purple one. I don't know if you guys can, let me try to put this in here and screw it on so I can hold it sideways so you can see. So you can see there's just a little bit of glue, just basically covering the bottom. Then you have your glitter, shimmer mist, mica. Then you're going to add your color. I want to do a very, very light purple, so I'm only going to do about 5 drops. And again, this is the food coloring one. 1, 2, 3, 5. And it's going to look a lot darker than what it actually will spray out. This over here, I'm going to move this to the back of my table. And then you're going to shake. And I'm sorry if I'm driving you crazy there, like doing that. And again, I did not cut the corner wrench off the bottom of this one, so see? Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, just fix it as you go. So you really want to, and you gotta shake it pretty hard because you gotta work that glue in there. And every day, like if, say you set this on your shelf, you're not gonna use it, and the next day you pick it up and you want to use it, you want to shake it before you use it just to make sure everything's incorporated. And I'm just gonna use a Jungle Book page. And again, because we used alcohol, you see how fast that dry. If it was water, it would still be soaking wet. I'm sorry, that's probably driving you guys crazy. I hope it's not auto-focusing. Okay, so now the true test, and you can see how dark, you know, the purple did, but it will be lighter on the paper, and it's got the shimmer. So, you know, if you are unsure how dark you want to be, you know, put a drop or 2 in, shake it, spray, add it more until you get it. I mean, customize it to the color you want. You will see, I don't know, you guys really can't see probably, along the tube there will be, it'll look like gunk gathering. That's glue where it's, but usually it mixes up. If you see that, you just want to shake it till it mixes up a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. And you'll see if I spray in one area, I can get it darker or lighter. So I mean, that's a, you know, this is a 2-ounce bottle, so I would say you have about 1.5 ounces, and technically you could add even more. You can top it up with alcohol and take it up all the way if you want. So then you just get your dry gun, and it's going to dry really fast because of the alcohol. So and to dry the paper underneath it just as well, and you'll see how fast it's drying. So it dries pretty fast. So again, you have very light purple, and you'll see where it spatters. It actually does, because of being a water-based dye, it actually leaks out into like a blue almost on the edge. So you do get that almost like coffee dyed, tea dyed look to it. And on the other side, it doesn't barely bleed through. So you could actually spray the other side if you want to do both sides very well. So that is it with that. So we now have purple added. I have my blue that I showed you earlier. So I mean, I've already made 3 out of the supplies that I have. So, you know, if you want to go super cheap, you know, go buy the dollar box and get, you know, your purple, your red, your blue, your yellow. That gives you 4 colors. You can mix those into other colors. Get your bottle of glue, which you can use multiple times. Your bottle of alcohol you can use multiple times. Your biggest cost is going to be your bottles, and once you have those, you can wash those out and reuse those over and over again. If the tips seem like they get clogged, take them out, boil some hot water, drop, you know, take it all apart, drop it in the hot water, let it boil in there a little bit, and pull it out and reuse it, and it'll clear it up. So now we're going to do a green. So I'm going to actually mix. You can do different colors. So I'm going to do a little white shimmer. Because I'm doing a nature journal, so I want it to have sort of like a, I don't know, elfish type glitz to it. So I'm going to do some gold. Because there's just something about the forest that's magical to me. And there's the copper. Because you've got wood, you've got all kinds of browns and stuff in there, so I'm going to make sure. I'll show you in a minute when and remember to trim your thing down. I already did this one earlier, so, and I always just sort of screw it on and shake it for each step, so you can see you're going to get that multitude of colors in there. You've got the gold, you've got the bronze, you've got the white, so your shimmer is going to be radiating different colors through there. Okay, then this is a Reinker. Reinkers are a lot stronger, so you know, sort of watch what you do. You don't want to use like 10 in there. You're going to have some ungodly strong. 3, 4, 5. I find 5. Oh, it's trying to drip. I'm trying to get the drip off. I hate that. I don't like it going in there nasty. Usually 5 to 6 is pretty strong, and you can see that's pretty crazy colored. And again, we'll try it and then up it if we have to. Even if you have a baby wipe close by, you can use it to wipe up any excess. And again, remember, you have to shake. If you've got to get that mixed in. If you don't, it's easy to forget. You know, you just pick it up and it will goo on the end. Like, see, you can see it's because that glue is what will hold it to your paper. If you don't have it in there, you can, if you use it, you will occasionally, you'll get mica that'll come off on your hand. It's natural, so it wasn't really, it's not horrid. It's not like glitter per se. If you do want to get that more, if you want to hold it down more, you can just take a touch of hairspray and hit the top, not a lot, just a very, very small amount, and it will help glue down any mica that may be loose and floating around. I don't really find a problem with it, and I sort of like picking something up if it has that glittery leftover. I sort of like that, so that's just my preference. And you want to shake it in different ways, because it's not that uncommon. When you get done, you may have like goobery stuff in the bottom. That's just, yeah, leftover glue that didn't get mixed up again. So, okay. And that probably seemed crazy. We're like, really? What in the world? And you can make it as heavy or as light as you want. I wanted this just as a hint of green. And you can see the sparkle like crazy. And I just keep my gun really close, pick it up and use it as I need it. I may put a couple more drops of ink in there so you can tell the difference. Trying to dry my table off too, so it's not all gunky underneath there, or just gets everything wet again. You'll see it doesn't take very long at all to dry everything up, because you're using alcohol, and that evaporation process makes everything go so much faster. Okay, so let's set this to the side, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer in there. The shimmer is fantastic. I mean, it is just like crazy shimmery. And drop some more drops in here. We'll do 5 more. We'll just go 10 in there. And like I said, that's a Reinker. So you can take, you know, your vintage photo Reinker and, you know, make an alcohol spray out of it. And you can use any Reinker, even if you don't want to do, you know, the shimmer with it. If you just want to do an alcohol spray to, you know, have that spray for an alcohol spray, then you just add the alcohol with a tad bit of your Reinkers in it and shake it to blend it and go to town. You don't have to use the glue or the pigment eyeshadow. If you're just doing a spray, you just literally every once in a while it will do this. Sometimes it's just because sometimes, you know, you get what you pay for. If you pay $1 for it at Walmart, you know. Switching this out really fast so you guys can, I can show you. Every once in a while you will get a bottle that's just not a good bottle. That's why the 98cent ones from Walmart, you know, sometimes you're better off to pay a little bit more money. You see this one has a lot bigger spray, and this is one from the Dollar Tree. So, and I don't know if you can see already the brightness of the green this has compared to the other one. So, you know, that extra 5 drops makes a big difference. And again, this is the Stampin' Up! Wild Wasabi if you're after that green color, and you can buy their Reinkers. And Reinkers are a lot cheaper, you know, than stamp pads. I mean, because you get so much out of them. You know, 10 drops, that lasts a long time. So I don't mind, you know, if I have a spray bottle that gets goofy like, you know, the one I had earlier. The money that I'm saving is, if I occasionally get one that goes bad, is, so here's the difference. So you can see where this just has that light mist, that if you just want that faded, and you can see the coppery tones where, you know, the different mist, like right in here, that's the copper tone mist, where over here, you know, it did the white more. So there's the difference. But I don't know if, I'm hoping that you guys are able to see the shimmer, and that is just amazing. So it's definitely worth giving a try. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And like I said, where's my, and you know, like this purple, I could have made a lot darker if I wanted the purple, or again, you know, the original blue that I did. And this blue, I had the regular, this is the standard blue, and then you have the neon colors. This was actually the neon blue from the food dye. So, well, I hope you guys enjoy. Again, like I said, you know, if you're looking for more DIYs or whatever, feel free to subscribe. We'll have more DIYs coming in the future. I hope you enjoy. I will post the recipe in the description box below. You know, I hope I haven't dragged this out too much, but I wanted to make sure I explained every single point. So, we'll see you next time with a new DIY. Thanks. Bye.